said, I just wish like I would have done you guys sooner. You know what I mean? Like especially like through my development stage, and, freshman all the way to senior year. I just wish I would have been on that side of town maybe, and then got to connect with you guys. I definitely felt like it would have helped me a lot.
All right, everyone. It's Kevin Howard, your host. You're listening to the Watchlist, powered by TAN TV, where we keep eyes on the guys that really matter in grassroots basketball. I'm your host, Kevin Howell, Director of Scouting for the Noble and founder of the One Eye Scout. Today, I've got a name you need to know out of Dallas, Antoine Almutter. For me, I've watched him throughout the school year, throughout the summer, and early parts of this summer. But a 6'4" wing slash combo guard from Parish Episcopal, running with Houston Hoops on the EYBL circuit. He's definitely a defensive stopper with a full offensive package. But more importantly, he's a guy who plays the game the right way. Antoine, welcome to the watch list, my guy.
It's good to be here. I appreciate you having me,
You know what, man? I don't like to waste time, so let's jump right into it.
sir.
Anybody that's seen you play knows defense is what you live. It may not be what you like, but it's what you live by. But that's what your calling card is. But where does that mindset come from? Because most guys your age, they want the ball and the points.
I think it just stems from my parents instilling in me at a young age that you can always affect the game in a positive way on defense. Defense wins championships and games. I feel like it's the most important aspect of the game. You can completely take a guy out from the defensive end, and just knowing how important and valuable defense is.
You know, and knowing you, knowing your dad, watching your brother like play at different spots, different locations, man, y'all take competitiveness to another level.
Yes, sir.
And I'm sure that was instilled from an early age. So, uh, how how did you keep that from coming too much impact you and your brother's relationship? Just curious.
It still gets in the way at times. There's
I
there's a
can,
reason we haven't played 1-on-1 in a while.
oh my gosh, I can only imagine. And it shows, man. I watch you guard three positions in a game, but what people don't know and what people are sleeping on is your offensive growth, your handles, your jumpers, you're confident, and especially the pull up. But man, where I see you off the charts is your athleticism and attacking baskets. Some of the highlights I've seen, are next level at the rim. And I know you still shoot a very positive percentage from the outside. What keeps you so locked in?
It's just trusting the work that I put in. I know I'm at the gym every day, whether it's with my brother, a group of guys, trainers, no trainers. I just know I'm in the gym putting in work. I know I have a good idea of what I needed to do to improve to get me in a good position to get to the next level. So I'm working on it. I'm being consistent, pushing myself, and I know I'm putting in the work. So I stand by it in the game.
That's good, man. I mean, and that's such a key facet. You said you're in the gym, you're putting in work, and I know it's not BS work. I know it's legitimate development work. So therefore, you are able to go into a game and trust that piece. You're not just hooping at Parish Episcopal, but I don't want people to miss the fact that you were part of a team that didn't lose a game to another Texas team for over a calendar year. That one shook me to my core, man. That's an impressive feat. And the game that you lost, we won't get into it, but it was by a very close margin,
Yes, sir.
you know. But you do more than that, man. You're on the Houston Hoops, on the EYBL. That's one, in my opinion, the toughest circuits in the country. But what adjustments have you been like? I mean, you get big lights, you get big names. How do you keep your edge?
It's just trying to mentally know where your advantage is, know where your strengths is. Don't get away from what lets you be successful.
Mm,
Um, yeah, just play smart, play together, play the right way. Um, yeah.
cool, man. And you know, you're in. I don't know if you call it a city, a county, area. You know that Dallas area, man. Uh, Me being from Baton Rouge, New Orleans, like we carried a certain edge with us because we were from that. And what I'm saying, the way I looked at it was, I didn't want to disappoint someone that was worried about getting their ass kicked by me not coming there to try and kick their ass.
Yeah.
Like, do you feel that Dallas kind of has that same type? Because when I look at, I'm comparing like different sections of the state, and when 25 teams, the top 25 teams come out, and 20 of them are from Dallas, that puts a spot on you on your back as well.
Yeah. Sure.
Like, do you feel that's a pressure, or do you that's just something that comes along with it?
Um, I don't really feel like it's an added on pressure. I feel like yes, Dallas has a rep to have that edge, that aggression, that want to be dominant. But I feel like it stems deeper than that, and it comes from inside the household. And
Mm.
for me personally, I know it's me not wanting to let myself down, but let down all the people that have poured their time and invested so much into me. My parents invest so much, trainers, coaches, anybody I know. I have a lot of people that are rooting for me, and it's just not about letting them down.
Man, that's a great answer.
Appreciate
And one that I feel, you know, here on the watch list, man, especially on TAN TV, we highlight not just hoopers, but guys with substance. What's something about you people don't see on the court that matters just as much?
I would say probably the role I try to take on in practice and off the court with my teammates. Just keeping everybody engaged on the same page, pushing each other. Just make sure everybody has each other's best interest, whether it's on or off the court. Just keeping the guys close and pushing them to the next level.
And I would say that a lot of that accountability, a lot of what you just spoke to, is in my terminology, falls under leadership. Is that something that you strive for? Is that just kind of what comes along with Antoine's package?
I feel like it's definitely something that I work for, but also something that comes kind of natural to me. Um,
Mm.
I feel like it comes natural, but I work to be the best leader I can be in order to get the best results for the team I'm on.
Yeah, and when you think about everything that you put into it, you expect that from yourself. Like, you expect when you think that you're the person that's putting in the most work outside, you know, it's kind of like when they ask Kobe why he don't pass to someone, and he says, "I know how many shots he put up, right? How hard he works, and I respect that, man. Um, and that you know what, and that's why your game really translates. You know, I enjoy watching you play. Um, I enjoy watching you use your strengths. I enjoy watching you. Um, I feel like you come out to dominate and take someone's heart away when you're guarding them on defense. Before we get you out of here, um, I always like to do this. You can one shout out could be your family, coach, trainer, but who do you feel like gets the love today?
Definitely my mom. She's been supporting me and my brother, my whole family since day one. Whether it's rides, paying for anything, feeding us, make sure we have the trainers, putting us in the best situation, just being our supporter.
Mm. Man, I respect that. I love it, man. That's a real answer. And everyone, this is Antoine Almutter from Parish Episcopal High School. You can catch him in EYBL with Houston Hoops, a 6'4" guard with grit, IQ, and two-way versatility. You know, coaches better stop sleeping and they better start offering.
Sir.
And this has been the Watchlist, powered by TAN TV, the African American Network, with local feel and global reach. I'm Kevin Howell, and remember, if he's on here, you're already behind. Thanks for joining, Antoine.
Appreciate you, Coach.
Said I was just like how you guys seen it. You know what I mean? Like especially like through my development stage, like, you know, freshman all the way to senior year. I just wish I would have been on that side of town maybe and got to connect with you guys. I definitely felt like I could have helped you a lot.